Sean Payton considered approaching Broncos owner Greg Penner with a plan to hire Bill Belichick as Denver's head coach until Belichick reached the wins needed to pass Don Shula's all-time record. Do you think this is actually true?
His teammates and stuff that was riding and dying, they started distancing themselves, saying, man, we haven't seen him. Like, he hadn't been around us.
Stefon Diggs says there's no better wide receiver 2 in the game of football than him. Why has Stefon Diggs not been picked up by an NFL team?
They're not run by the mob anymore, but the mob got them off to their start.
Swap Dan Marino and Tom Brady's career, and how many rings does each man finish with?
He actually got on the phone in the stadium. Man, call the National Guard. It is a crime being committed here.
Who is the greatest coach and quarterback duo in NFL history?
No one did it better than them.
If grass is good enough for the World Cup, why can't they do it for their own players in the NFL?
This kid, he was up in the air 6-7 feet and landed on his back. And I'm like, that dude is hurt. Then I thought, man, that grass make a difference.
Is repeating harder than winning your first championship?
You punch his name in, man, there's some stories and some allegations. One guy he kissed in the ear.
This dude lost with Kyrie. He lost with Wade. He played with Shaq, didn't win a ring. Yeah, he went to the finals a whole bunch of times, but come on, man. This debate needs to be done with. Does the quarterback make the franchise or does the franchise make the quarterback? Stop the Hurts slander, both of you.
I mean, a lot of this stuff that A.J. Brown said, man, it was true.
Welcome to Fully Loaded, episode 110. Chris Carter, Shawn, Meaike. How you doing, my man?
Very good.
You ready to go?
Ready to
Fired up? Football season's coming?
Man, we're talking some football.
You getting excited, huh? I'm getting excited.
Got to. That's the product.
My buddy sent me a screenshot. He said, fuck my life. And he took a screenshot of what was on ESPN and ESPN2 like the whole day the other day. And I was like, oh, God, it's a struggle. The struggle is real on a Sunday.
I've been hanging in with a lot of golf. The World Cup carried me for a month.
Did it really?
The World Cup carried me for a month. The storylines and everything are very exciting. And as a business, they got a tight operation.
Yeah.
I mean, they put demands on NFL owners, NFL stadiums that NFL players can't do.
As far as when they were using the site, you mean?
First things first. If you're in Massachusetts, whatever that stadium was called, they put like the location and that's the stadium. Like they called it Boston Stadium.
Yeah. So
no advertiser's name. There were no banners that you could see in all the stadiums, all the locations.
Correct. Their machine.
They played on grass, bro.
Yeah.
Every game demanded it. It was amazing.
Dude,
a lot of NFL owners said okay to football players, but they say no to their football team.
Yeah, they won't give them grass.
Nope.
But understood the value of ripping it up and putting the grass in their stadium so they can play and practice there.
Yes.
Didn't y'all put grass over here for FAU? For like you hosted who's the team you all had over there practicing?
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
You wouldn't remember them.
Well, the team was
not good.
Congratulations. They were in the World Cup.
Correct. But didn't they for that? Didn't y'all?
I mean, they secured the facility, put full fencing up, metal detectors, everything. So every day, our normal everyday life changed immediately. And this is at the bottom end as far as world football.
Correct.
But if you could see the economics and stuff that was involved, it's very, very serious. They played on grass.
All right, so you have to ask because I don't follow golf. Once Tiger Woods is done playing, I was done watching. Okay, what happened with? But I heard was it McIlroy? Why was he talking about what's his name with the 2 penalty and he got
DeChambeau.
DeChambeau
in the British Open.
In the British Open, and he held him up for how long? Did he really hold the play up for that long?
Well, he held them up at night, making the pairings until after 10 o'clock, which typically they get the pairings between 7 and 9 for the final day.
Because he was protesting the penalty.
He was protesting it, and he was hitting balls, and he had said that he doesn't know if he's going to show up the next day. So they didn't know if they were have to get a marker. That's a player unidentified that plays with a single, so they keep the rhythm of all the 35 to 40 groups that are there on that final day. So a guy wouldn't be playing by himself. But that was very childish.
Correct.
I mean, the reason why the ball was in the hazard because that's where he hit it.
You hit it there.
Yeah.
And then he moved it.
He didn't move it.
Okay.
But he's a big guy and got big feet. And anytime you go into a hazardous area, you're responsible for where your foot steps. So his ball, say, for instance, right here, and the pin was this way, he got behind it and just got in a normal stance to see, okay, this is where I'm going to be aiming. But in the process, his feet and his body
made the
moved
ball.
Not the ball.
Just the earth around it. Okay. The brush
earth.
cleared it out by accident.
Yes, it wasn't intentional.
No,
we'll give him that.
Correct. But that's your penalty?
Well, the penalty was 2 shots because when he signed his scorecard, his real score should have been a 7 compared to a 5.
Got it.
So it was a 2-shot penalty. He signed the wrong scorecard.
I know it turned out. I like when golfers talk shit. He said, I think it's very performative what he does. And I'm like, they have a very
Roy
nice
McIlroy, he was, I mean, that's
Right.
the live and some other stuff, but it's true. But, you know, Roy McIlroy is about world golf and what's best for the PGA Tour. Now, he plays all over the world, but he's really affiliated, and he's made that known as the PGA Tour.
He didn't mess with a live.
No.
Okay.
Turned it down, said no, he didn't need it, didn't. And I'm sure he could have gotten
paid
$500 million. I mean, if they're paying Phil Mickelson, washed up Phil.
Phil Mickelson got bigger
and
problems.
if Roy
than golf.
goes, Roy's a Pied Piper on the tour.
Yeah.
He'd take a few of his boys with him. I mean, Roy could easily $500 million.
Correct. Well, good.
And I'm gonna tell you, it takes something to turn down $500 million. I mean, I don't know, but it must.
I'm sure I
assume.
never will turn it down. I think I'm never going to turn it down. But yes, it takes a lot of courage.
Andrew and I
turn that kind of money.
we'll have a few questions posed to you next week.
Hey,
based on would you do this for?
Hey, there's a lot of shit, and no offense, I'm in a pretty good financial, so I'm very blessed.
How long it lasts?
How long? Yeah, man. I'm just saying I can burn through some shit too, because I could turn around tomorrow and start doing some other stuff. So, all right, let's get to some football. So, Peyton's secret Belichick plan. So this bombshell report says Sean Payton considered pitching his own job to Bill Belichick, coach Denver, until you pass Don Shula's win record, then hand him the team back. Per ESPN's Seth Wickersham, Sean Payton considered approaching Broncos owner Greg Penner with a plan to hire Bill Belichick as Denver's head coach until Belichick reached the wins needed to pass Don Shula's all-time record. CBS under the idea Payton would have served as an assistant head coach during the chase and then taken the job back once Belichick claimed the record. Payton never formally asked Penner, deciding the plan was too complicated and too much wishful thinking on behalf of a friend. The two go back to their shared Bill Parcells coaching tree. Do you think this is actually true? And do you think they would have considered handing the team to Belichick so he could break the record?
I think it's actually true that Sean Payton came up with this idea because it definitely wasn't anybody in the NFL. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's definitely not an NFL owner because no NFL owner is going to undermine the power of a head coach anywhere. So it's only a great idea if it comes from Sean Payton.
Correct.
It's not a great idea if it comes from a coach. Mm-hmm. I mean, from an owner to a coach. No, that ain't the way this can go. What are you proposing? Imagine Philadelphia, Jeffrey Lowry, the owner there, going to the current coach and saying, hey, would you like to, take a back seat to Bill Belichick?
Just for as many games it takes to break the record.
Right. That's an 8 or 10 game tryout with Belichick trying out for your job, bro. So, no. I believe Sean Payton, because he is that kind of way with Bill Parcells.
They're that close.
They are that close. Okay. He's the most important coach or influence in his life. He's always talked about him. And I know this from Sean's stories, but I more know it from Bill Parcells because I'm closer to Bill Parcells. Him and I are Hall of Fame classmates. And Bill Parcells tried to claim me Labor Day 1990 and bring me from Philadelphia to the Giants.
Okay.
No, he didn't try to claim me. He did claim me.
Okay.
But the Vikings, because of NFL, the priorities, the seeding based on the draft picks, I had to go.
Parcells claimed you. He just
Parcells
lost you.
claimed, yeah.
Because he didn't have the
Yeah, so if I didn't have to go to Minnesota, I would have been a Giant.
Okay.
Playing with him. So he really followed my career after that. And he told me he's not surprised by how good I was able to be, but he would have gave me a couple Super Bowls. He'd take about 500 or 600 catches off of that number.
You'd have made that trade.
That's what Coach said.
Yeah, you would have had a lot less catching, but you would have had the championships.
I'm so glad they got a priority.
You were fine with Minnesota.
I can't. You can't change that,
Yeah,
and you can't change the, the miracle that happens off the field.
Correct.
That instant turnaround. That. So no, thank you.
100%. All worked out well for you. All right. So Tom Brady called the current wide receiver, yearly cycle of wide receiver discontent, the real housewives of the NFL, according to NBC Sports, saying some receivers demand trades, some get in trouble, some just ask for the ball every single year. NBC Sports also said Brady pointed to A.J. Brown's exit from Philly to New England as the latest example of a star receiver forcing his way to a bigger role in the passing game. Bleacher Report said Brady called the receiver the one offensive position that demands constant extra energy and attention, and noted the story is as old as the sport. Is Tom Brady right about what he's saying about wide receivers in the NFL?
Absolutely. I mean, Tom Brady's one of the receivers that's done it with less than.
Yeah.
Like
He didn't have a lot of those guys demanding anything.
No, but he knows football, and he's been around enough football, and even guys that aren't great receivers are still demanding of the ball.
Yeah, that's true.
So the more greatness they have, the more they can demand it.
Correct.
And, he was blessed because, prototype tight ends and Gronk, they didn't know Gronk could receive when they drafted him. They drafted him in the second round. They did not. They knew he was an ultimate tough guy. They knew he was often injured. But with him, he played his junior year. He played his sophomore year. He got hurt his junior year. And the tape didn't say he was a good receiver. The coach there, Stoops, had a relationship with Belichick and told him he will be the toughest guy on your team. And he's a great receiver. Belichick like, where's the tape? He's like, man, my quarterback stinks. Quarterback can't get in the ball. So they're like, okay, draft him in the second round. And then said, we really like Hernandez. We know he can be a route runner. So they thought they were getting the bouncer club guy.
Yeah.
Dominate the line of scrimmage, personal protector of the quarterback.
Then the guy that can run down the field and catch the ball, and Hernandez.
And then Hernandez is going to be the guy to run the routes, and they're going to feature in the passing game. Lo and behold, the last preseason game, Bill O'Brien, Belichick told him, hey, man, take the gloves off. Feature the guy. Throw it to him 10, 12 times. He had like 8, 9 catches or something like that. He said, and we knew after that.
Yeah, we knew who we got. All right. So it's true. All right, guys. So we have a ton of merchandise you don't want to miss out on. Hats and shirts and vests and everything you can imagine. We love these hats. Cris loves a hat. That looks good on you, bro.
I need a bucket. I got all this hair.
Hey, can we get a bucket? We're gonna add We're gonna add bucket. I need a bucket hat too. Anyway to wear.
I got the golf shirt. I got the hoodie.
You got the golf shirt. Look at that. You got the hoodie.
Got the mug.
Hey, you want to look like Cris Carter. You want to have some of that stuff. It don't fit everybody exactly the same, but we got in there. Click the link in the bio. Grab merchandise from Fully Loaded. You're gonna love it.
And if this fits my head and Sean's head, it will definitely fit your head.
There is zero chance your head's bigger than ours. So if this fits us, it'll fit you.
Let's go.
Click on the link.
Get the
Join
merch.
us. All right, so Brandon Aiyuk says the 49ers stripped roughly $30 million from his contract. He refused to appeal because he wants out to Washington. Now he claims the players' union threatened a smear campaign. Sports Illustrated said Brandon Aiyuk has publicly accused the Niners of running an intentional smear campaign against him amid the fallout from the team removing roughly $30 million in guarantees from his contract. Bleacher Report said that Aiyuk said that the NFL Players Association asked if he wanted to appeal the lost guarantees. He declined because he wanted to join the Washington Commanders, and alleged the union then threatened a smear campaign against him. 49ers web zone, Ayuk's Instagram post did not identify who made the alleged threat and offered no evidence, while reports note that the NFL Players Association had actually offered to help him appeal. Is Brandon Aiyuk just burning his own career down, or is there any truth to what he's actually saying about what's happening to him?
Well, imagine if I had said what Tom Brady said was not true.
Correct. And then the next one is this. Yeah.
I mean, this is what we do. Like we good players, good receivers. We sabotage our own career. Now, San Francisco is in need of a veteran, experienced wide receiver. That's who Brandon Aiyuk is.
Okay.
Now, his overall personality, based on the guys that I have seen do podcasts, like his teammates and stuff that was riding and dying, they started distancing themselves, saying, man, we haven't seen him. Like, he hadn't been around us. Like, we're praying for him. We're really pulling for him.
That's when you know, yeah.
Now, I happen to know the guy that drafts the players there. Hall of Fame, John Lynch. Been knowing him for a long time. John Lynch is a great guy. And if you could look at their roster, the last 5-6 years hasn't been arguably San Francisco has the best roster.
Yeah.
Now, Philadelphia the last couple years, but it's been who's got the best roster? San Francisco. And that's because of John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, their partnership, you know, how they go about doing business. Guess what else I know? The wide receiver coach, Leonard Hankerson, used to live in my house when he was a senior at St. Thomas Aquinas. I had to temporarily put him in my house because he was almost homeless. His mom was in a bad situation. He had already had one kid. The girl he got pregnant, I think at that time, was 16. She was 17. He ended up moving in with her in high school. I was like, hey, bro, you know, I already had one kid. You got a license right there. You know, like, obviously the parents and stuff not intervening.
Correct.
This is not what's best for you. Come stay with me. Let's try to figure this stuff out. Even he was a top recruit. We wouldn't let him visit anywhere but Miami. We were like, man, you need to go to University of Miami. He went there, had a great career, graduated, had a good NFL career, got drafted by Washington, and now he's the receiver coach. So I'm not going to say Leonard told me anything. And even though I talk to Leonard periodically, I didn't ask him about this. But I know Leonard well enough to know Leonard has heard every story, and he is a kid that we gave every possibility. This is a perfect story for Leonard. And if Leonard can't help him,
ain't nobody can help him.
Right. When Leonard was at University of Miami as a 19-year-old, he had 2 kids. Right. He ended up having another one.
Qualified.
What I told him was going to happen, happened again. She got pregnant again.
It's funny how that works out that way.
So, you know, I know the people that he's surrounded with. Kyle Shanahan's one of the best coaches, one of the best play callers. And what does San Francisco lack? They lack a route-running wide receiver. Like, even though they were in love with Debo when he was there, he's not a route runner. He's a gadget guy. But based on their offense, what they're doing, and having other receivers, and having the number one receiver, of course, being the tight end, one of the best we have in the business. So he has the skill set for exactly what they need. Why did they go out and get Mike Evans, pay Mike Evans money at this point in his career, bring him over from Tampa? Because they're looking for a consistent, quiet, that's what Mike Evans is. Year after year after year. 1,000 yards every year of his career, except last year. Perfect fit for San Francisco.
Amen. Okay.
And he messed up his money. Because he was truant, not coming to work, it voided the $26 million in this next year's contract. And for him saying, no, I didn't want to fight, I didn't want to file a grievance, that was stupid. Because you could have filed a grievance and still got out of there because, trust me, they were going to get rid of you. They were not going to allow you to continue doing what you were doing. Right. And if you can see, if you follow him on social media, some of his comments, you wonder, is he safe? Like from himself? Like, is his mental health like in
Which is why people are saying they're praying for him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a difference when someone say, hey, man, I'm pulling for you compared to, hey, I'm praying for you, bro.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. It's a big difference.
Makes perfect sense.
Tom Brady's right again.
Yeah. All right, Stefon Diggs says that.
Lord.
Well, I'm sorry.
Who produced this show?
Drew does, but this wasn't even intentional. I honestly don't even think. And I think I've switched a couple of them around.
The song. We're getting ready to dog out the White House.
No, we're not.
We're just reporting the news.
Stefon Diggs says there's no better wide receiver 2 in the game of football than him. He's still unsigned with camps opening. Posted a training video with a challenge. Name your number 2 receiver. Tell me what he makes and tell me he is better than me. At least 5 teams have checked in on the veteran receiver per ESPN reporting, with the Commanders and Ravens floated as possible landing spots as camps open. Diggs remains unsigned deep into July after his New England exit, pitching himself openly as the best second receiver in football. Why has Stefon Diggs not been picked up by an NFL team?
Okay, first of all, let's go over his comments because I like to listen to people.
Okay.
You know, I got 2 ears, 1 mouth.
Okay.
So he said, tell me who the second receiver is.
That's exactly what he said. He said, you can't name a number 2 better than me.
Okay, wait a second. Let me stop right there. The Los Angeles Rams have a guy by the name of Davante Adams.
Right. He's better than you, bro.
Just slightly. Hall of Famer. Just slightly.
Okay.
Okay. The Cincinnati Bengals. They got a guy named T. Higgins. Slightly better than you. All right. As I go through my laundry list.
Seattle?
I'm just going to say right now, not necessarily Seattle, because, like, who is their number 2?
Who's in number 2? It's not who's in number 2?
Cooper Kupp.
That's Cooper Kupp. Yeah,
you know, it's a combination.
You're right. I'm thinking Cooper. Yep. No.
But
you're right.
Jordan Addison in Minnesota is a better wide receiver. I'm missing someone that's obvious. It was at the top of my head. Number 2. Green Bay. Whoever the number 2 in Dallas is.
Either one of those guys is better than you.
Whoever it is.
Yeah.
Don't say Chris Carter said either one of them was number 2.
Yeah, but either one, Pickens or CC, either one of CeeDee Lamb is better than you. Either one is better than you. So why is he not? Okay, he's not that. I got that. Why is he not signed?
Well, I mean, he's got a serious rap sheet, like the buildings that he's been in and left a smell when he left the building. You know, that's the guy that the Vikings traded and with that pick drafted Justin Jefferson. All right. Buffalo came off of him. And it was like him and Josh Allen went sideways at the end. And guess what? When he leaves your building, he's always going to say something. It's not going to be thank you.
He's going to try to burn it down.
This year's with New England, like the whole Cardi B. Oh, they're having a baby. Oh, he's got someone else pregnant. Him and Cardi B are not together anymore. They're fighting at the Super Bowl. They throw $1 million party that it's not attended by both the people throwing the party. Like, Stefon, he brings a lot. He got some serious stuff on social media, man. If you punch his name in, man, there's some stories and some allegations and there's some stuff. And one guy he kissed in the ear and everything, and
he kissed in the ear.
Oh, yeah,
he kissed the dude in the ear.
Yeah, this guy is allegedly saying that Diggs was making a pass at him. Just look it up.
Okay. All right.
Look it up for yourself. Don't make me do this.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, okay. I hear you. Okay.
But so it's well covered. It's well documented. So at this point, when you got younger receivers and you're going to go through training camp, why would you take those reps away from the younger guys and give them to some older guys? So he's going to have more value, especially some of the cases have been settled. I think his assistant was suing him for some type, and she had made up some stuff. I think
Cook
he got
or
acquitted.
or chef
Yeah,
or
he got
assistant.
something like that. Assistant, cook, chef, stretch
whatever.
therapist, whatever. So I think at the end of training camp or the first month of the season, he becomes more attractive because a player that's already vested, if you sign him in the offseason and he makes the opening day roster, his whole salary is guaranteed. So if he's on whatever they sign him for, his whole salary. Now, if you sign him once the season starts, he working check to check.
Okay.
So if you sign him to a deal, 10, 15, 20 million, July 30th, August 30th, if he makes the roster week number 1, he gets all that money. If you sign him after week number 1,
Week to week.
and I just think his attention span and his attention to detail, and he won't have as much to say if you get him under those restraints.
Understood. That makes perfect sense.
So I do believe
Once the season starts,
I
you think
do
somebody's
believe
gonna
he's
pick
a
him up.
quality receiver.
Yeah.
I do believe he can be in your receiving room. But I mean, you could see last year as a number 1, he cannot be a number 1. And to me, I believe he can compete with your number 2s depending on the skill set of your number 1.
Got it.
Like, you still need a speed receiver because he's not going to threaten the field like when he was younger down the field.
Right.
So if you have a possession receiver that's your best receiver, it's going to be hard for that team to find space for him because collectively between the two of them at this stage of his career. Not that he's slow. He's just not.
He's not fast.
He's not a deep threat at this point in his career. Consistently a deep
Understood.
threat. Can he get deep? Yes, on occasion, but consistently, I think he would agree. Maybe. Depend on.
Who knows what he'd be saying, what the day is. Okay, we're praying for him, though.
Yeah.
All right. This is not a wide receiver.
Allegedly.
This is not a wide receiver. So Alvin Kamara reworked his deal to stay in New Orleans 2026. In a summer defined by receiver wars and forced exits, one star chose to finish what he started. Alvin Kamara agreed to a reworked contract to stay with the Saints, a deal paying $6 million for the 26th season, the ability to earn up to $8.5 through incentives. Kamara's future clouded in March when New Orleans signed Travis Etienne to a 4-year, $52 million contract. Both sides stated the goal was for Kamara to retire a Saint. The 5-time Pro Bowler now pairs with Etienne in the New Orleans backfield rather than chasing a bigger number elsewhere.
Not unless he's going to retire next year. They are not. That's not the plan.
Okay. And when you talk about reworking, because sometimes you say, like, well, they take less money. You think they took less money, but then they push more money forward, so really didn't take that much money. Did he actually take a lot less money, and should stars do this to finish where they started?
Well, this is the thing. You got to read the room. Like, you got to be self-aware.
Okay.
Hey, guess what? They brought in a good football player, a Pro Bowl player at my position. Now, there's a difference when they draft Randy Moss and they think he's going to be a Pro Bowl player compared to, oh, he's a Pro Bowl player right now. Like, he has a skill set that fits into our offense. Like, he's plug and play. Like, he's going to be ready to go and play for the Saints and be a featured part of their offense, relieve some of that stress off their quarterback. And now they have both of them. So it's totally different. The team came to him this offseason because the team had a plan to sign another running back and said, we're going to do this by committee. If you want to stay here, you're going to be the second guy. Also, his receiving skills. When they tell you going to make 6 base, but you can only make 2.5. So if he makes all pro, he going to make $8.5 million. That ain't no all pro salary. And he doesn't have the room to be able to make it. So they slotted him in and say, listen, man, this is the sliver of pie we're going to give you.
Got it.
Now, you can stay on that stuff. Oh, you're going to retire a Saint, but not unless he's going to retire next year. Like, he's going to shorten his career. Like, he's had a good career, but he ain't had that kind of career where he should be thinking about stop playing.
Correct.
Like, he's still got some football left in him. He's still a really good football player.
Okay. All right. So here's the question. The franchise or the quarterback? The fans lit this. Okay, so swap Dan Marino and Tom Brady's career, and how many rings does each man finish with? The real question underneath is what actually wins titles. Dan Marino retired with nearly every meaningful passing record of his era and 0 championships. The standard case for a great quarterback trapped by circumstance. Pro Football Reference, Tom Brady won his titles inside the most stable coaching and roster infrastructure of the modern era in New England, then proved a point by winning again immediately in Tampa Bay. ESPN, the swap question splits the sport. One side says Brady wins anywhere. The other says the system, the coach, and the defense made the dynasty possible. Question is, does the quarterback make the franchise, or does the franchise make the quarterback?
First of all, I do believe that it can be both ways.
Okay.
But the best way is to have a talented player and then the franchise put him in a position that he can reach his genetic ceiling. And that is the maximum of how good God made you at anything.
Got it.
So if you look at the lack of a running game for Dan Marino, if you look at a lack of a dominant defense for Dan Marino, I mean, okay, first of all, Tom Brady was not a better player than someone like John Elway or Dan Marino. Like, these guys were ready for the NFL because they're great freaking athletes. Brady needed some time. So would he been able to develop getting hit? And, you know, his strong suit, his arm got stronger and he got more accurate as he got older. But they would have ran him out of Miami. Like Don Shula and them, Don would have been retired earlier. So I think it's not a great comparison because you have to, everyone has weaknesses. And Tom Brady needed time. So if you told me that he was going to have some time somewhere, like he was with Bill Parcells, well, that's like Belichick, but you're going to put a defense, going to put a running game around him, going to protect him, that once he matures, because one day he's going to take over and you'll be able to split out 5 wides, 4 wides, throw the ball 40, 50 times a game, go no huddle, because that he evolved into that. So I don't like the comparisons because I happen to be alive for all of it. Happen to witness all of it, either witness it, being initially a fan of the league 4 or 5 years before I got into the league, because that's where Marino, a couple years older than me, and then witnessing his career playing 3 decades and then broadcasting 2 decades. Like, I've seen that whole story. So Marino in New England in the cold with Belichick, that wasn't going to work. I mean, Drew Bledsoe was another version of like a Marino guy, a gunslinger that, you know, they wouldn't let him throw the ball that way. You know, when early in his career, they let Drew throw it that way, but the weather, injuries, one hit, knocked him out of his spot. Another guy got his spot. So there's too many variables. It's too hard of a comparison. And no one wins in any era in the ultimate team sport without the intangibles: franchise, teammates, running game, defense, special team. Tom Brady played with a great running game, great special teams, and great defense.
Yeah.
Great turnover margin, great situational football. The greatest coach ever. He had a lot of great.
Yeah.
So that he can be average at the start. And guess what? Expectations is a damn thing. Like,
Yeah.
when you don't have expectations compared to expectations, Dan Marino, instant expectations, but value. You know, four quarterbacks taken before him, 5th quarterback taken in the 1st round. Like, you could see his talent. You could see that he was going to be a great thrower of the football, regardless. Then his leadership, charisma, all those things, gamemanship, you know, the type of athlete he was. But no quarterback you can put in that experiment and they're going to be successful in Miami if Dan Marino couldn't do it.
Correct.
Like, stop. Like, I don't believe I don't believe Dan Marino can be coached by Belichick either. Because Dan going to be, let's go tight right, 32 gut. They got 7 guys in the box. Check. Let's go split. Let's go 585. On me, 585. See it.
Yeah, we're throwing the ball. Yeah, that's what I do. We're throwing the ball.
Dan, that was not them. You don't hear about them conversations in Miami.
And Tom was a hell of a student. He did what he was told to do.
Absolutely. And the leadership and the culture that he brought, Belichick used to annihilate him in the videos and everything, and Tom just grew from it. He ate all that stuff up. So Belichick can go off on anybody because Tom didn't care. And then the leadership that Tom and the people he drew him. I mean, Randy Moss telling me about these off-the-record meetings they was having before they traded for him. Like Randy Moss got on a plane and met Tom Brady in his hotel on a Monday night. Don't tell me Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady did some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like great stuff that he's not going to ever get credit for.
Yep. All right, so it leads us the best coach and quarterback duo ever. Is it Walsh and Montana, Belichick and Brady, Reed and Mahomes? Oh, man, we go back. Lombardi and Starr. Bill Walsh and Joe Montana built the West Coast offense into a dynasty in San Fran. Never lost a Super Bowl together. Belichick and Brady produced the longest sustained run of championships in the salary cap era across 2 decades in New England. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are the active challenge to both, stacking titles in an era built to prevent dynasties. Who is the greatest coach and quarterback duo in NFL history?
Well, I'm going to go with Belichick and Brady.
Okay.
For one, and their ability to win so many close games. Like, that's a skill set. No one did it better than them. So it's not only the Super Bowls, how they won it, their margin of error. They did not have more talent than everyone. And he was on like 3 different teams in New England. First, they were built a certain way. Then they transitioned where, he was driving the car. And the next thing, he was flying the plane. So they had, 3 different versions of themselves in winning those 6 Super Bowls. Now, they're number 1. Number 2 is Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Because I do believe Patrick will win more Super Bowls than Joe Montana. And the reason why Joe Montana, even though the modern day passing game still has a lot of the principles of Bill Walsh in him, when he left, they won a Super Bowl. So, I know Joe was great, but they put another guy in there and they won another Super Bowl. So, system, player, culture. Now, I don't believe Steve Young was as good a quarterback as Joe Montana over the long run, but Steve winning one takes something away from him winning 3. It's just like when Barry Switzer won a Super Bowl. It took something away from Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, sure did.
Ask Jerry Jones. He told me even Barry Switzer can win a Super Bowl. He was like, I can coach this team.
Even this guy can do it. It did take it away. I remember that. Yeah.
So
vividly. Mahomes, Andy Reid, and what they're doing, because the style for which they're playing, no one's playing that style. Yeah.
Like this, what is the system? Andy Reid. This is Patrick Mahomes because he's got that kind of talent. I'm going to do all the things I can do. And I do believe that they'll win one more collectively together. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tougher than those first 3. But I do believe they can win one more. And because we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, watch out for Xavier Worthy this year. I got someone on Kansas City's team, knows something about football, says watch out from. He has starred in the offseason like he is ready to take that next jump and be the number 1 receiver.
Xavier Worthy is.
Yes.
Okay. Huh. Little inside information.
Reliable source.
Reliable source, allegedly. But you say he's putting in the work. He's ready to go. That'd be good. They need a true number 1.
Well, this is my source. The guy who used to be the number 1 receiver the last 12 years.
That's your source. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good source. He's been what? Yeah, that's a good source. Okay. Fair enough. Can't bet against that.
Right.
Unless it's Mahomes is really healthy and they have
And
a
he's
great
just
year.
like, Cris, I don't have the legs since I've been married and stuff of recent. I don't have the legs I used to. It's like, join the crew, bro.
That happens to everybody.
Over 30.
Exactly.
It's
Pro
not,
or not.
It's
It
not who you're
happens.
married to.
It'll weaken the legs.
But I understand.
Me too. All right. The grass war is coming to the CBA. It's funny. We were just talking about that earlier. 7 NFL stadiums flipped to real grass for the World Cup and the players notice. Now the union is weighing in whether to make grass fields a top demand in the next labor fight. The NFL Players Association will consider making grass fields a top-tier demand in future collective bargaining, but owners would want the cost split at minimum and might trade grass for an 18th, talked about it earlier, last week, 18th game and more international dates. Union Chief Lloyd Howe says the overwhelming majority of players want grass over turf and called it nonsensical that stadiums flip to superior grass when the World Cup visits, while interior turf is deemed acceptable for their NFL players. NBC Sports says 7 NFL venues temporarily placed the turf with grass for the World Cup, fueling the players' push with the current labor deal running into March 2031. If grass is good enough for the World Cup, why can't they do it for their own players in the NFL?
Well, for one, like, all the owners are great business people.
Yep.
But just because you're an NFL owner, every deal you can't go into it as the heavy. So there's deals out there. People ask you all the time, would you like to participate in this?
All the time.
So these stadiums that had the synthetic surface, they had the option. We don't have to do it. We've been denying our players for years. But the world stage, money, 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 y'all. There's a payment that goes with that. Okay, I'm willing to listen. So that 7 of the 32 venues changed. And one of the venues happens to be the home of 2 teams.
Which notoriously is really bad.
That's 4.
Yeah.
Because L.A., SoFi, Chargers, Rams, Jets, Giants.
Yeah.
So it's really like 9 sites. 9 NFL home locations decided. That's significant.
Yeah.
That's significant. And to me, is it worth an 18th game? That's one of the kind of things that will get your attention. I can play on grass my whole career. And I know the gross revenue is still going to increase. Man, bring on that 18th game. Now, I am going to tell you, you don't hear too many reports coming out the World Cup. And there was a guy that blew out his ACL, star player, major player for the Dutch. Tore his right ACL. And that would just be a great question to show me the injuries that happened. Because even in the championship game, I know you didn't watch.
No.
Man, there was Spain. They're the world champs.
Yeah.
They allowed, in 8 games, they allowed 1 goal. Got a good chance.
That's stupid.
Okay.
That's pretty stupid.
But that's very boring, though.
Yeah, that's why I watched it.
Okay.
And they won 1-0, right? Is that how they won a game? 1-0?
Yes.
Championship because Argentina. Okay.
There was a guy for Messi's team, Argentina, that got thrown out, got a red card, second yellow, got a red card. So they played
That's
one man
stupid,
down.
too.
But
Okay.
he hit one of the teenage sensations. They got 2 of them. Spain had an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old starting for them.
Crazy.
Like their best offensive player and one of their key midfielder defenders. So the world, be warned, United States, no chance.
Yeah, they got 0 chance.
Like,
We got 0 chance.
they're going to be dominant for so long. But this kid, he went up in the air and landed on his back of his shoulder, his back. I mean, he was up in the air 6-7 feet.
Okay.
And when he landed, I'm like, that dude is hurt. Then I thought, man, that grass make a difference.
And he got up.
Got right up.
Fine.
Brought a little trainer out there that gave him some water. So went on, finished the game.
Little trainer, yeah.
But, bro, if now you ask me, we've had this subject matter. I'm staying at 16 games. Financially, I can move, take away the preseason. I could move. Off-season workouts, make it a little easier. Okay, I'm at 17 games. Taking away the turf, man. I'm going to play. So guess what? All the practice facilities got to be grass. Ain't no need to have no more turf, dog. So you telling me I'm getting ready to practice every day on grass. They got to make it grass, even in the north, northeast.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Woo. Now, that's an expense.
Absolutely is.
That practice facility, a team, let's go Kansas City, Chicago, Minnesota, Detroit,
Philly,
Green Bay,
New England, New York,
the
Baltimore.
Giants, the Jets, Baltimore.
Yep.
That's a lot of changing.
Better believe it.
That's a lot of year-round grass growing. Now, my friends tell me, based on the marijuana industry, they can grow stuff anywhere.
Anywhere they want.
Okay, there we go.
It works for them. It's got to work for them.
They growing stuff everywhere. That's what they tell me.
They're doing fine. All right, so another thing I didn't know. There's plenty I don't know, but I didn't realize this. Maxx Crosby wore, I didn't realize he had this issue with the cleats. I didn't realize the NFL mandated it. So he wore pink cleats with roses for his daughter, got a stack in them, and was told mid-game to take the cleats off or leave the field.
Yeah.
Like mid-game. So he's calling on the NFL to change its cleat policy after officials forced him to remove pink rose pattern cleats honoring his daughter, Ella, during last season's Eagles game, warning he would be removed from the game. Crosby stayed in the drive, recorded a sack in the pink cleats, then had to take them off, and says the NBA does it right by letting players wear their own colors. Crosby notes players get 1 week a year of expression through my cause, my cleats, and sent a message straight to the commissioner. I love the NFL, but we've got to have a little more fun, Roger. Should the NFL let players wear whatever cleats they want to wear?
Well, this is what I think. That maybe I think they can double that because they get such a great response. But think about football players, and this is what I know, there's a lot of them. There's difference in letting 12 to 15 guys wear what they on their feet.
Correct.
Not their socks, not their shorts.
No, just their
not the under thing. The shirts that not you can only wear a certain. They put them out. You can wear this, and this. So yeah, you can be on the Lakers and LeBron have on green shoes. Like you can. It still doesn't take away from the game. But the NFL, these guys are crazy. I've seen these guys get dressed. And I've heard the stories, and I have seen guys constantly get fined over. Every team has what we call the uniform police. It's a former player that is on the sideline.
That's his job?
That's his job. Every Sunday, show up to the game, and he's marking off the team that his team. Because it's
his own team.
His own team.
Who's not in according to the rules. Yeah,
because he's going to give you the warning. It's like, hey, bro, you know you can't wear those. So for me, I played indoors a lot. So I got warned a lot because I wasn't going to warm up before the game with the standard NFL socks, the stockings that they make you wear that are white, almost up to the calf, and then whatever the color the team is, they might have stripes, but it's that team color up to the knee. Like we still wear, everyone has to wear long socks in the NFL. And it's a protective thing. Because your legs would get chewed up.
Yep.
Like it would be, so I'm playing indoors. So I'm going to have my socks rolled down in the warm-ups. I'm going to tell the guy, he's going to come up warm me. No need to warm me. When the game starts, I will pull him up.
Okay.
And so and I'm not trying to have that guy look at me it's the same guy.
Right.
But these guys go through shenanigans with these people week in, week out. You also have companies that are willing to pay the fines. So that was Marshawn Lynch's thing. No problem, fine me. No, we can't do that because you got a company that's going to pay the fine, and it takes away from the uniformity. Right. That's why they sell so much gear. Like, we look like units.
Yeah, uniform. Yeah.
Seattle looks like Seattle. New England looks like New England. Denver looks like Denver.
No doubt.
Like all the team, and it's marketing genius. Because guys that have a long towel on, no, you can't. Your towel can only be 6 to 8 inches. It can't be 20 inches. Like man, I can't tell it's a towel. You got a tail, dog. Like the things that, like even like the do rags and the caps they wear on their hair, they got NFL sanctioned stuff. Say, okay, you want to wear a do-rag? No problem. We got a company with put NFL logo on it, and they make do-rags for the players. They sit down on the table before
you can wear that.
Yeah, absolutely. They had to. But 80% of our players are African American. We probably got 60% of our guys wearing some type of hat, do-rag, something on his head. Man, let me make something and make this uniform. And that's one of the other reasons why it's the best. So I do believe in Maxx Crosby and what he was trying to do. But Marshawn Lynch before the Super Bowl, you are not going on the field with those cleats on. No, I thought I can get fined. No, not anymore. That's when I'm only coming here so I don't get fined. So they have been through versions of this through the years. So
and they will take you out of the game.
That's a real story. That's one of the star players.
I know, but that's just to me
yes,
literally,
because it's our game.
Yeah,
those are our uniforms.
Yeah,
this is our stage, and you're going to be dressed like us to be on it.
Yeah,
and certain guys get to a certain point where the fine and then the fine doubles, but guys are making 30 and 50 million, and some of these dudes don't care about 100,000, 200,000. They don't care. Now, that shouldn't be right. And I do believe that they should expand the category and say when they do have the cleat, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but when they allow the players to design their own cleats and do it, put their charities on there, they should have another week during the season that players should have a free-for-all.
So another one.
Yeah.
They got one. Okay.
Yeah. Freaky deaky. Go for it.
And we'll see how freaky it gets.
And
it'll get freaky, but it's okay. It's all in fun. It's 1 week.
As long as it's our sponsors, Nike,
Yeah,
Adidas,
I get all that.
Okay?
Yeah.
But you can wear, 1 week, you can wear any color. Have fun. 1 week. Halloween weekend.
Yeah, why not?
Now, I'm sure that you can come up with some type of charity component and everything like they did with the when they do, it's called My Cause, My Cleats.
Yeah.
So now the players, let them have some fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
That's not going to hurt the brand.
And that's what he said, too. Let us have some fun. Let's have a little more fun.
I'm with you, Max.
All right. Is repeating harder than winning your first championship? So the champ Seahawks open camp, repeating is the rarest thing in modern sports. Running it back actually harder than climbing the mountain the first time. The defending champ, NFL.com, and defending champ Seahawks are the first team in a training camp, opening their title defense with every opponent circling that date in their schedule. ESPN repeat champions have become historically rare in the salary cap era, with roster churn, coaching, poaching, and a full offseason of being everyone's measuring stick.
Yeah. Analyzed by everyone, yep.
The dynasties that did repeat are remembered as the greatest teams ever assembled precisely because sustaining a title proved harder than winning another one. Is repeating harder than winning your first title?
For those who don't know, I didn't win, so I didn't. I just imagine that the league is also packed in the middle. It's almost impossible to win. And I would say it's even harder to repeat because now everyone has so much money that if you showed anything on that team, the defensive coordinator, gone. Offensive coordinator, gone. Star player, running back, MVP of the Super Bowl, gone. So immediately, and guess what? When players win the Super Bowl, they think they're more important than what they are.
Okay.
So they overvalue themselves, and they're not going to get paid that money by that franchise. So they have to go somewhere else because now they have Super Bowl experience that other team is hoping that they can pull out of you to help their own locker room. So I think winning the first one it's hard, but winning the second one, it's got to be. It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be harder. It's got to be.
Hard to sneak up on people when you're the champ.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Great example.
All right, one more before we get to comments. The greatest trash talker in NFL history, in your opinion. So my man gave me Deion Sanders, Shannon Sharp, all kinds of other people. But who do you think is the greatest trash talker in NFL history?
This is what we don't have anyone that rivals like Larry Bird. But I wish everyone that was involved in podcasting, NFL, and I wish people would bring up some names and everything because, to me, like Brett Favre was one of the greatest competitors. He did a little trash talking. Now, Phillip Rivers, it's been well documented, he does a lot of trash talking and doesn't cuss.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks. Darn it. He talks to the other opposition. Yeah. So Phillip Rivers would be up there. Man, Warren Sapp. Deion doesn't talk as much. Warren Sapp is one of the greatest trash talkers in history. I think Deion's interview and his presence, I'm going to do this. That's not trash talk.
Right.
His whole act.
Yeah. The whole thing.
Is trash talking.
Mm-hmm. He walk in a room. Yeah. His whole persona, the way he carries himself. That whole thing is, I'm here.
Look good, play good. Well, yeah, I look good. Yeah, that's okay. Sapp, Favre, Deion, Shannon. I mean, that's how people knew that he eventually could be good in this spot. Because
correct.
The one time when they were beating someone so bad that he called the National Guard, he actually got on the phone in the stadium. Man, call the National Guard. It is a crime being committed here. And then one of the Super Bowls, disappointing because the Falcons, they shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl, but there was a back and forth between him and cornerback Ray Buchanan for Atlanta. And, man, he said some things, and Ray said some funny things because Ray's a funny guy. But Shannon, man, he was relentless going back and forth between the Super Bowl. That was their second Super Bowl they ended up winning.
Yeah.
But, I think Ray Buchanan called him, said he was like a talking horse. Oh, boy, after that, Shannon just unloaded. He unloaded.
He can talk. Shannon can talk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he definitely go down.
Okay.
Definitely. Call the National Guard.
Those are your guys. It's a crime in here. All right. Comments. Phil. Walsh was great, but he couldn't win without Montana. True, Belichick didn't have a system, but no one was better at situational football.
No, Belichick has a system. That is master situational football. Mm-hmm. Get smart players. We're not going to commit penalties. We're not going to beat ourselves. We're going to learn how to not beat ourselves. We're going to run the ball. We're going to be very, very physical on offense and defense. And the quarterback's going to manage the game. That's going to get me through 3 Super Bowls. Then once I realize that's Tom Brady. Oh, he's getting ready to win me the game. Mm-hmm. So he did have a system.
Correct.
Manage that guy. Oh, he's great now. Go ahead, Tommy.
Correct.
Run
it wasn't the West Coast offense, but they had a system.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. This handle. Short, white, and slow. Okay? Cris, what do you mean Jerry isn't into making money, and that's why he won't sign George Pickens to a long-term deal? Isn't it just because of the salary cap?
Into making money. I didn't say Jerry. Jerry is into making money.
I know you didn't. You said he isn't into making money, which you've always said he's into making money. And we might have talked about the fact that he's worried about making money over a bunch of other things, but he's into making money. And
so they're saying, why doesn't he sign him because he wants to make more money? No, I think the model that they have, and because of their commitment to CeeDee Lamb already, and they don't believe long term he's going to be a better player than CeeDee Lamb. If not, they would have signed him.
Correct.
And then maybe even try to shop CeeDee Lamb. But I think what CeeDee Lamb does on and off the field, he's far more mature, definitely a better leader. And when Pickens had this success, CeeDee Lamb's on the other side in Dak Prescott. So what Dallas is saying is, yeah, he's good, but we produced it like that's our quarterback.
Correct.
And CeeDee Lamb is drawing a lot of coverage. Now, when CeeDee Lamb got hurt, what Pickens did, what he showed was, man, I'm one of the top guys in this league. I deserve that money. Dallas should have never traded for him if they weren't going to sign him to a long-term deal.
Agreed. Okay. Hockey Zuber 1514. As a Steelers fan since 1974, I can't help to think where the Cincinnati Bengals franchise could be had they hired Bill Walsh as their head coach.
I mean, how are they gonna get Bill Walsh?
I don't know either. Did they almost hire Bill Walsh, the coach?
I don't know that. I don't know the history of that. But you have to realize too, when Bill Walsh took over San Francisco, Correct. They were one of the worst teams in the league.
Correct.
Like you can look it up. Bill Walsh. I think the first year there, they got destroyed.
Yeah.
Like they got destroyed. So Bill Walsh.
Well, I think a lot of franchises would like to have a Bill Walsh.
But this is the thing, though. It's about ownership. San Francisco. That ownership, when it switched over to the DiBartolo family, the mob from Youngstown, Ohio, they started spending money. They started taking care of the players. Some stuff started showing up. They started going after veteran players, free agent. Mm-hmm. If you were good somewhere else, man, they would take you on that Raiders model. You're a good player. I mean, you're on the last wheel. Come on over here, man.
We got you.
Come on over here. We need what you got.
Okay.
You don't have to be a full-time player anymore. We don't expect that. Okay. Pro Bowl? No, you don't have to be. Fit in with all these other Pro Bowl players we got.
Yeah.
So
okay,
that was special how they did that. And they were one of the marquee ownerships in the 80s as far as taking care of the players. And Roger Craig just put into the Hall of Fame. He was one of my teammates in Minnesota because Denny Green coached in San Francisco. So he was trying to bring as much San Francisco into Minnesota when he was there. Man, Roger Craig used to say after certain games and everything, you make big plays and Super Bowls. Like he go by the owner and owner drop him 10 grand. Just, hey, here, Raj, bam, cash. Just Pro Bowl. Hey, congratulations, bam.
I like that.
And San Francisco, when the guys make the Hall of Fame, like their own organization throws some of the most elaborate parties. I'm talking about exotic flowers. Man, Jerry Rice's party, like the type of flowers and the stuff he had, the performers he had, the acts he had. Like, they do things the right way. And they've been doing they're not run by the mob anymore, but the mob got them off to their start.
The descendants.
They won some Super Bowl. The descendants of the mob.
Hey, the descendants of the mob. It worked out back in the day until it didn't work out any longer. Ski TV. This dude lost with Kyrie. He lost with Wade. He played with Shaq, didn't win a ring. Yeah, he went to the finals a whole bunch of times, but come on, man. This man has lost with more than Jordan has won with ever in his career. Jordan has never played with somebody as good as Kyrie, never played with nobody as dominant, I guess that means, as Shaq. Like, come on, this debate needs to be done with not saying that Cris is debating on the Jordan thing, but for the LeBron fans.
Well, first of all, you're not going over some of them LeBron teams didn't have nothing. Mm-hmm. And because, before Kevin Love got there in Cleveland, and Kyrie was a young player. Kyrie hasn't won any other time but that time with LeBron. Mm-hmm. So what does that say about Kyrie? So just be careful. I believe that LeBron has played with some great players, but he has won 4 championships. And, to me, the amount of pressure and the expectations on LeBron and the type of success that he did have, arguably I'm one of the top 3 players ever, and no high school player has ever received more attention, and nobody's career was watched harder than LeBron. Like, so what he accomplished, he exceeded expectations. So, I mean, he's in such rarefied air, regardless of, I'm a Jordan guy, I'm a LeBron guy, his image off the field, the way he's handled his marriage, his kids, juggling all those things.
He's number one at that. Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, Kings busy.
And also,
sorry.
This is one thing I say about LeBron. This is the last little thought. because I'm trying to build certain cases for LeBron that people don't talk about. So LeBron and what he did for NBA free agency, like through the last 20 years, there's probably going to be maybe 4 to 6 NBA players that will have a chance to be billionaires because of LeBron James. Like when he became a free agent 16 years ago, it changed economically what players could do. Stern at the time hated it. It really began the power movement for players. So not only did he create a legacy of how players would be treated, he's going to have evidence like of guys that are going to, Steph Curry is going to have a chance to be a billionaire. Luka Doncic is going to have a chance to be a billionaire. Wemby is going to have a chance to be a billionaire. LeBron is going to have a chance to be a billionaire. Yeah. Like, he created that.
Correct.
And at some point, regardless of the hate and everything, you got to be able to give him credit, for that. And also, along the way, he's one of the few people, especially as far as African Americans, when you look at the guys, that being Rich Paul, that being Maverick Carter, dudes who grew up with him, these dudes are leaders in other industries. LeBron made these guys not billionaires, but they got their own businesses that they're going to have hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, who else has done that?
Had that kind of impact. Yeah.
Like my homies, they got legitimate business. Number one sport name, Rich Paul, number one. The organization like he's built represent. I don't know if they represent baseball players, but I'm sure they do. But basketball and football, like NFL draft, man, Rich Paul, they got that guy. Rich Paul, they got that guy. Like, that was creative. He was one of LeBron's homies that was trying to figure out, I cut hair, so he's the barber. I had a little style, so I was the wardrobe guy. I had a little hookup talk. I could talk some game. I became the jewelry guy. He's like, okay, now how can I figure out this business? That was him. I listened to him, his model. He was like, man, I can't stay his homie. I got to create some value. So I was the barber. Dude, always going to need a cut. Okay, I'm the wardrobe. I get him fresh, make him look. Oh, I got jewelry. I get him blinged out. What a business model. But no one has created that type of success and empowerment in the people that they run with, like LeBron. And people need to recognize that because that is significant.
It is, and I've not heard anybody say it that way. But it is significant.
That's where you come to.
No doubt.
Fully loaded.
That's why you're in fully loaded. You get it. All right. King's Busy 548. Stop the Hurts slander, both of you. When were we slandering Jalen Hurts?
I don't know. If you don't say
he's the greatest
anything,
quarterback,
he's better than Patrick Mahomes. He played better than Patrick Mahomes every game he played. Patrick Mahomes. Well, if you say something crazy like that,
we ain't gonna say that. That's
I think when we were talking about maybe football IQ, how they run their offense, and a lot of the stuff that AJ Brown said, man, it was true. Like those were facts. Like that team was totally different. The offense was marginalized. Now that could have been through player play, style of play, lack of coaching, because they've been through so many coordinators in the last several years. But I know enough football. I know that Jalen Hurts doesn't have great accuracy in throwing the football. So for him to be the best package he can be, he's got to be a dual threat, and you have to make him run, because the way he breaks down the defense, the way they won the Super Bowl, and then dominant running attack, play action pass, I can hit him down the field. That's what he can do. But if we get into a throwing competition, unless you just gonna close your eyes and just not look at the obvious, like there's some great passers in the league.
Correct.
And he wouldn't be included in that.
Correct. That's just true.
I can go through 12 guys in the NFL that can throw the ball better than. Now, there might not be better players, but as far as throwing the ball, there's not 12 quarterbacks better than him.
Right. But 12 guys that can throw the ball better than him
Yes.
at that position. All right. Dr. Askins BS_BUI. Cris Carter is the very best behind a microphone. It's not even close.
Well, thank you, Dr. Ask.
Good shit, doctor. I
Ask,
agree.
Ask him.
Ask, yeah.
Dr. Ask.
I don't even know what's happening with his handle, but I'm good. I'm a little afraid to dig into it and figure out what's going on, but I'm good. Damian James, 99. Cris Carter is that dude on the field and behind the mic. A.J. Brown, unlocked. Mr. Bling 67 made it finally, fam. Thanks again. Delbert Prince, 5302. I am not only a Knicks fan, I'm also a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Okay.
I've been a Cowboys fan since 1986. Well, you had a good run early.
Early.
And I mean a good run. You caught him early.
Yeah.
And, hey, but you stayed loyal, bro. You are still there. And we appreciate you all being loyal. Appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
Cris, thank you, man. We'll see you all next week for another show. Thanks for everything.